What's up? What's up? Welcome to another night with Montee in the chair with Montee and MiMi. I'm gonna set up every week, but in the chair with Montee and MiMi. What's up, MiMi?
Hey,
How are you?
everything's good.
Y'all listen, MiMi is still in hair and makeup. She is making it do what it do on tonight. You look
Mm,
beautiful, honey.
Thank you. I decided to give y'all a different lip today.
What are you giving her like a fuchsia pink today?
This is hot pink. Yeah, this is from Rihanna's line.
It's from Rihanna's line. I like it on you. It looks good
Mhm.
on you.
Thank you.
So, how was your week?
It was a week. A
It's been
lot
a
of
week.
a lot of self-reflecting.
Okay.
Having to do some work on some things.
You having to work on
Constantly.
something.
Yeah, yeah.
So what's up, Charmaine? Charmaine is here. We're gonna get
Oh, shut.
I'm gonna get you to send Charmaine the link a little bit
I
later on.
already did.
Okay, because I want Charmaine to join us a little later
Because I
on.
told her, I left her the link. I said, cousin, I said, if I said, to jump on in there. I said, because we
Okay.
talking about some stuff tonight. So she got the
What's up,
link.
Sandra? Hey, girl. And Miss Linda Carter, she is on here. What's up, Linda? I know we have several other guests that are on here, but those are the people that would say what's up to us on
Hey,
tonight.
Linda.
So
Hey,
you're saying
everybody.
that you're doing some reflecting.
Yes.
Some reflecting. Oh, interesting. Reflecting.
Yeah. Well, I'm constantly, just as a person, you always want to be growing and getting better,
You
you
definitely
know?
always want to grow and get better. I agree
Absolutely.
with you. I think that we always have to grow and get better. Um,
Mm.
I'm. This has been a good day for me today. I went to work today. I stayed the whole day.
Yeah,
I
I stayed the whole
stayed.
day.
I did. What's up, Latanya? I stayed the whole day at work, so I was really, really excited. Since I'm recovering, I'm still recovering, but I
Yeah.
feel much better today. 50%. I'm at 50%. I'm not at 100, but I'm at 50. So I'm thankful for the 50.
Are
You
you
know,
drinking today? Cause with your
I'm
stuff?
I'm drinking water today. I
It's
have.
okay. Cause I got I'm drinking wine today. I'm switching it up.
Oh, look at you! I am
Yeah.
on water since I'm
It's
still on.
fancy too. Cause it's corked.
Oh, it's corked. My
Yeah.
God. Oh, you doing fancy stuff tonight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm still having to
Mhm.
drink water because I'm still on antibiotics. So,
Yeah. So I'm
yeah.
gonna drink for the both of us.
So you're drinking for both of us. I appreciate that. So tonight's word will be what, Mimi?
Oh no. What should the word be? Mm, hell no.
Hell no. Hell no
I
is
got
the
feel
word tonight.
some hell no moments.
Hell no is the word tonight. All right, I can get with hell no tonight. So
Yeah.
let's jump right in. Let's talk about the new norm. I know last week we got into this conversation that we're going to get to a little bit later on. So I'm going to need Charmaine to jump on a little bit later on. But last week
Right.
we got into this conversation about the new norm in life, the new norm in the world today, how we're viewing the world, the things that we're doing now that we did not used to do. And on my drive into work today, they were making this big deal about this young lady proposing to her dude. I mean, it was a major thing, and you had people calling in. I did a little research. I went back and looked at some of the comments. There are like thousands and thousands of comments about this young lady proposing to her dude. And a lot of people didn't appreciate it. A lot of people were pissed off about it. A lot of people have mixed reviews about it. So
Yeah.
we're going to play the clip for you. Um,
Oh my god. Oh.
he said yes. Now, Mimi, I was watching your face. I watched your face whenever he did that
I
thing.
know y'all can see me.
When he did to the side, when he did to the side, you kind of look like, what is wrong? Oh, we got to take a drink. Sandra said, hell no.
Yeah,
So, how do you feel about that? How do you feel about that?
you
Well,
already
first of
know.
all, let's set the scene. Let's set the scene. So here we have a young lady who is in love with this dude. She's madly in love with this man. And so she's taking it upon herself to meet in the park, to have him stage at the park. And she wore this gown, this nice gown. She got down on her one knee and she told him, you know what, baby, I love you so much. And dang, you coughing.
Yeah, that's.
Today, baby, I love you
I'm
so much.
listening. Go.
I love you so much, and I want you to be with me for the rest of your life. Will you marry me? And he said yes. And then he screamed out, I said yes. And
Ain't no way. Never.
one
Not.
more time. This is for me.
Oh my god. Oh.
I mean, he said yes. Mimi, fix your face.
Telling you,
The
it's
card is
no way.
what the hell is going on with this woman?
I wouldn't let. If a woman did that to my sons, I cut what they do on Legendary. Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
But my question to you is why? Why? What
No.
is wrong with what she did?
For me, now I'm gonna go to, and I know I will never do this. But I'm
Oh,
gonna go to the Bible.
I want to hear this.
The Bible says,
Mm.
"He that findeth a wife
Hmm.
finds a good thing." It didn't say the other way around. To me, that's just not the natural order of things. And then just being the type of woman I am, soon as you get to a fight, you know what he gonna say? I ain't want you. You asked me to marry you. I ain't asked you to marry me. You already know that's gonna happen.
Latanya says, to each its own, times are changing. It's just not for me.
And the thing is, and I'm with Latan. Hey, if that's what she want to do, I wish them all the best. It would not ever, ever, ever in 100 million lifetimes be me.
Sandra says, I think that the man should. Women doing it seems like begging. Linda Carter
That's what it
says,
is because she couldn't wait for him to ask.
so then this is my question.
Well,
And these are some of the comments that I read on the thing. And so you go biblical and you want to go to the Bible and say that the Bible says that he that findeth a wife findeth a good thing. But the Bible says a lot of things that we say that is contradictory. The Bible says that
it does, but that's and you find me saying that too because I would say it's a whole lot of shit in the Bible that ain't right. But
uh-huh.
this one of the ones I'm gonna stick with this one.
But you can't do that with me.
I'm doing it.
So then this is my thing.
I don't. And I'm gonna say this like this. I'm just very old fashioned with certain things, and just for me, I don't think it's proper. I wouldn't getting down like, come on. As a man, he shouldn't even let her do that. He should have saved face, just took her hands, and he got down and just said, "I'm gonna marry you." I mean, it was to me. It's just not a good look. It
So
looks really.
wait,
It
but
looks
don't
cheap
women
and it looks
ask men
desperate.
all the time if they're going to marry them? So have you not had a conversation and you've been laying in the bed, laying on his chest, like, so you
No,
gonna marry me? You gonna marry me? You ain't
no,
ever said.
uh-uh.
I mean, but I know women do it too. Sandra says, me too, old fashioned in this case. I get all of that. And so let's go back to the Bible. I was having this conversation with one of my ministerial friends, and he was mentioning out to me. He mentioned to me, he was just like, well, I look at it two ways. Adam was first. So Adam did everything before Eve. And I was just like, but wasn't Eve a part of Adam in the very beginning? Wasn't
We
Eve?
don't know how that happened because how you get these two damn people? That's a whole nother show. how where these folk came from and all these other folk that came from them. It's like this bunch
Right, right, right.
that's
Uh,
incest. So, but I mean, hey, I
I'm
don't.
watching Latanya.
None of
Latanya
us was there, so we really don't know how it really went down.
okay.
But just for me, it's just not the optics on it. It's just not good for me.
Latanya said, "What's the difference between that and giving a man an ultimatum?" I totally agree. I think that what this young lady did was she gave her love. She
No,
said,
no, no. That's it's a
Mhm.
difference with giving an. First of all, I don't do ultimatums, and for
"Okay,
me, if somebody gave me an ultimatum, the answer is automatically no, because I know I'm naturally rebellious. You're not going to tell me what I'm going to do with
mm-hmm,
me. Now, I understand with having a standard and
Mhm.
saying, look, you're not just going, just be sleeping with me. We keep having kids, and you not, put a ring on it. But it's all in what I believe what the individual wants. Like for me personally, I've been married twice. It's not all that. That's just me. It's not. The return on that investment is all is it takes a very long time, you
mm-hmm,
know. And I'm not that patient. And it's okay, but I know that's for me. And it's some women that they would gag at the fact that I say I don't want to get married. I could just be in a relationship, just have a companion, and I'd be good with that. And they'd be like, what? Because I don't need validation. Now, I'm not putting nobody down. It's just saying what's for me. But with an ultimatum, you sit up there telling the dude, well, you gonna marry me or else. And he's gonna be like, well, or else. Nobody wants to feel pressured.
trapped."
Yeah, it's all
You know
kinds of ways.
what? Isn't that part of what I hate to say this, but isn't that what part of women do? Is they
A
trap a man?
lot of women do a lot of stuff that ain't right. And I be the first because I deal with a lot of women, in our business,
Mhm.
all, all kinds of personalities. Um, just for me,
So
I
you said,
could
you mentioned that if a female, and I'm going to get back to Kim because Kim says it depends on the relationship. Pink did it, but she wasn't down on a knee. Laugh out loud. She's a badass and wasn't begging. That's for sure. But she did initiate the marriage. So now what you find that a lot of women now are taking the initiative to go after what they want. But if we go back to what Mimi says, according to the Bible, that he defined that the wife finds a good thing, but it also says the wives submit yourself to your husband. So are we going to do both? Are we going to submit? Are we?
But that's the thing. A wife's supposed to submit to her husband, but a man's supposed to submit himself to God. So
Okay.
it's supposed to be a whole lot of submission going on, but you got to prove that you can lead me before I'm going to follow. Because I'm a probably, even though I am an alpha female, I have a very, very strong personality.
Mhm.
However, I can submit when to the right person. I absolutely can.
Okay. So my thing is going back to this young lady, going into this park, having all these people around, it's being photographed, it's being videotaped, it's being FaceTimed, it's being everything. So people are Snapchatting it, it's everywhere. And so now you have this is out in for the world to see. So now you have a lot of people now that are degrading this woman because they're saying that she was less than a woman because she got down on her knee. But then you have a lot of men that are saying that it emasculated this man because this man accepted this proposal. But then you have some people that are saying, I see nothing wrong. Now, me being truthful and honest with it, I don't see anything wrong. I think that if that's what she chose to do, I think that that's their business.
That
I
is their business until you put it when you put it on social media. That's
once
everybody's business.
once you put that on social media, I think it became everyone's business, and I know
Yeah.
that everyone's going to chime in. However, I don't think it made him less than a man to say, I say yes. And for her to get down on one knee, it didn't make her less than a woman to propose to that man. For me,
It was funny the way he was gasping and swooning like a I don't know, it just,
like a what, baby?
it like the roast was reversed. I didn't like it.
It was like,
He turned his head. He was like, "Oh, I said, no, no, sir, no." But this is the thing. Honestly, with her putting it, with it being on social media and going viral, I don't even think they're gonna make it down the aisle
you know, why not?
because people are now. Hopefully, I mean, because she was bold enough to do it, so maybe she's bold enough in life to not worry about what folks say. But this is going to be a lot of backlash, and it's going to be a lot of negative comments coming her way and his way, and that can put a lot of pressure on could put a lot of stress on the relationship.
So, is that because she's black, or is it because she's just a woman?
You said because she black, ain't got nothing to do with being black.
You don't? You don't think so? Because I think that we are. So, the radio station that I was
Show me a
listening,
white woman that done knelt down and asked for a man's hand in marriage.
we just don't know them. But I guarantee you, it's happened.
I don't think it's none.
You don't think no?
I know.
Pink, black.
Nope.
Pink ain't black.
Pink is rich too. That's a whole sometimes that might have been a publicity, situation.
I believe, and so Sandra saying that she didn't think it's a race thing, but I do. I think that black women, and this is just my opinion, and I want people to chime in and tell me how they truly feel. But I think that being a black woman requires you to be stronger. Black women you are raised to be these women that have power and that empower other women. A lot of women don't choose to do it, but that's the way you're raised to be.
Because we don't have a choice.
You don't have a choice.
We don't have
So
to be.
now,
We gotta be strong.
what I believe is because this woman is black, it almost takes away from that power that she's been given as a young child of saying, hey, you wait on this man to come get you. You don't never, ever beg no man to be with you. So in our minds, it's like she's begging this man to be with her. But in all actuality, she's not.
I mean, that's what it looked like. On your damn knees. Yeah.
So but it's okay for the man to beg the woman.
He ain't begging.
You just said she got on her knees. So man gets on his
She got on her knees because for me, it's not proper. And that's how I was brought up.
Mm-hmm.
It's not proper for no woman to beg no man to be with him. Like if he want to be with you, he gonna be with you. If not, leave it alone.
Right. Latanya says, yes, there's a certain pressure that black women have on us, and we put it on each other versus our counterparts. I totally agree. I think that
it's a cultural thing. It is, unfortunately.
I think that this woman is getting a lot of backlash because of her color. I really, really do. I think that if she had been just a white woman that had done this in the park, people would have just been like, she just did something, but because she is a black woman and she went out there and she got down on one knee and asked this black man, will you marry me? But then I look at this other piece of this. I look at it as being a king and a queen thing. It was almost like she was honoring him as her king.
See, you're looking too deep. That ain't what that was.
That ain't what it was. Why not?
No.
Why not?
Because then you start to look at who gonna be the head.
But why? So that came up in my conversation today. Why does that determine who becomes the head? Just because she asked him to marry her, why does that make her?
Because the man is supposed to be your covering. He's supposed to protect. He's supposed to provide. The wife is supposed to be a helpmate. We already that's what I was taught.
Okay.
I'm strong because I have to be. If I had a man, if I had married the right way and just had been a helpmate, I could do that. I could play my position, but I've had to be strong and I've had to be independent because I am parenting. I'm doing this, going this alone. This ain't what I wanted, but I'm making the best of a situation. However, with this, for me, the whole thing is just it's just out of order.
Okay, so then let me ask you a question. So let's
Okay.
go back and let's look at gay marriage. Let's look at two men. So you have two men that are,
Mhm.
one man proposes to the other man. So
Right.
does that mean that the man that's proposing to the man is now the head of the household?
Y'all got a whole different set of rules, child. So y'all done already rewrote all y'all shit. So y'all shit is different. So I really can't speak on, because I've often told this to you, when you and Jacoby was together, I didn't know who was who. I, I didn't. I did not. So, sometimes it's very plain to see, and sometimes it's not. And y'all situation, it was I like I said, I didn't know. I didn't know what y'all. It's like y'all just shared every damn thing. Like, it was just different.
And then Latanya comes back and she says that if we talk about order, then same-sex relationship is out of order. You're right. If we're talking about order, if we're saying what the Bible says, if we're going by that, if we're
I read what the scripture that you said was talking about
submit yourself to your husbands, and husbands submit yourself
no,
unto
being gay is an abomination or whatever.
18 and 28. Yeah, 28.
I didn't, and maybe it's what I read. I didn't say that.
So and so that comes back to your
I think a
interpretation.
lot of things are open for interpretation.
It is. It truly is. And so then that's one of my issues with this whole marriage thing. With this young lady asking this man to marry her. I just don't see. I think that because we have created the normal, what seems right in the world, how we were raised traditionally,
Yeah.
what seems to be doing, and now we're coming back and we are saying, "Oh, well, you're doing it wrong because this." But then we're trying to move away from that. We're now saying that women are equal with men. They used to say that men were above women, and so now we made this
I
thing.
mean, technically, it shouldn't be that way, but it is.
And it used to be, but it's not quite like it used to be. I feel like women are
Down
more
the page,
empowered now.
it's still, y'all still get paid more than women do.
Uh, I mean, some do, some.
Most.
My boss is a female.
On a national scale,
Tell her,
men,
tell her that I
men,
need to make more money than her and see what she say.
you said what?
I said my boss is a female and she makes way more money than me. So call her tomorrow and tell her.
Yeah, well, this is, I'm talking about on a grand scale. I'm not
Oh,
talking, of course, it's always, certain situations that are, that are, I can't think of the word I'm looking for. Certain situations are different, but on the average, men out earn women.
right. So Kim says we have a lot going on. Okay, so what if the woman makes more money? Is she the covering? That's a good question, Kim. If the woman makes more,
What you mean cover?
is she the covering? Like you mentioned a few minutes ago, the man is supposed to be the
Yeah.
covering. So if the woman makes more money, is she then the covering?
That's where in our culture, that normally don't work out good. When the woman, I mean, and it does not, it doesn't, because I've out earned both of my husbands. It did not fare well
It didn't
because
feel right. Well,
no, because how we were brought up, it's a cultural thing. Whoever brings in the most money is the one to call the shots. Now that's not how I was carrying it, but just like today, just like what we're talking about now. And I'm not I'm traditional in some things. Like I pick and choose what I'm traditional with.
you do.
It's
You
okay.
do.
I'm a woman. I got a right to change my damn mind at any given moment. But you know, with what was that? Hold on, I almost just lost my damn train of thought.
So let's go to Deja. Deja says, um, we're in a different time. That old school shit is out the window, my opinion. I agree. I think that we are in a different time. I think the old school way is gone. I don't think that we do a lot
Also,
of.
way not gone. It's not. This is what I was getting at. I'm sorry. So back what I was saying with the out earning, you know, the man.
Uh-huh.
My situation, my husband, they were very intimidated because they felt like, I guess because I already have a strong personality, but I wasn't carrying it like that. But they didn't, you know, oh, you trying to control me. That's what we always hear. So, you know, I don't have no say so. Because like anytime, you know, even we just having a discussion. And let's say I just happen to disagree. I wasn't saying I wasn't open to compromise, but the fact is always in the back of their mind. She make more money than me, so she really don't need me. She can bounce at any given moment. And
Mhm.
so like I said, that's a cultural thing for us. But with Deja is nothing. It can't be traditional. She wouldn't exist in a traditional world.
She wouldn't
It,
exist.
no, she couldn't.
Hmm.
It
Deja,
is it is an insecurity, but see that's the thing. I wish more of us would go ahead and say instead of acting like we not say, yeah, I am insecure. No, I don't want, and I'm going off topic right now, but no, I don't want that bitch around my man. No, I don't want that woman around, you know, that man around my woman. A lot of times we don't express ourselves. We're not honest,
I
and a
agree.
lot of us have those thoughts. We just don't dare share them.
Latanya says, statistics show that women are making more money when it comes to entrepreneurship. I totally agree. I think that women are making it way better than men, and I also believe that women manage money way better than men. I think that women have been again have been brought up and have been conformed to a way of penny pinching to make things work, to know how to make this go over here, to go over this and do this and do this. Um, and there are some men that are like that as well. I'm one of those men. But then I
Mhm.
was so closely raised by my mother to where I watched a lot of things that she did. And so I find myself doing a lot of things that she does.
Right.
So then I just believe that
There's always
um,
an exception to the rule.
there's always an exception to the rule.
Yeah.
And so that's what I want to get back to. I think that there's an exception for this woman asking this man to marry her. I really, really believe
She gonna do it.
she did it.
She done got down on. I wouldn't do it. That's what I'm saying. God bless her.
God bless her. You know
But
what?
the
I know this
optics,
so
the
well.
optics is just not. It's not favorable at all.
You know what I hope that this young lady has done has sparked a movement for more women.
I hope not.
Uh,
I hope it's not.
I hope that it has sparked a movement for more women to really stand up and get what they want. Deja, his answer was yes. And Mimi makes the comment that he cooed and coyed. How did he do, Mimi? Whenever he got
See,
ready to say,
ooh, uh,
producer, leave it to the producer to
did you
find the
see
wife.
that? Soon she got down on that knee. He probably said, "Get up." He ain't saying that. That other one, he let her stay down there for a minute. She had some rocks and everything embedded in her knee. That white girl got down. He said, get up. Like, yeah, I'm gonna do. Get up.
Is that what you think he said? You think he said, get up?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so listen, the new norm, things are changing. We're gonna get Charmaine on here in a few minutes, but the producer wanted to play a game with me today, and so he brought one of these pictures up, and so I'm going to show this picture. Only females can answer, or those that identify as being females, because we're all inclusive on this show. So if you identify as female or you're a female, then I need you to answer this question. The new normal. Is he A, bisexual? B, does he just like his ass ate? Or C, is he into threesomes? By looking at him, what would you say about this man? MiMi?
Honestly, I wouldn't say none of the above.
Why?
I just wouldn't. I mean, you can't just look at a picture of some people. Now for this one, I don't see all of that.
You don't see all of that? Latanya says C, he's into threesomes. Kim, I don't make judgments based on in a picture. All right, Kim. Kim said you don't make judgments based on a picture.
I
Charmaine,
might think he's a stripper.
you might think he's a stripper.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, not from bisexual or ass eight or threesome. No, because it's some real regular ordinary folks that's into threesomes and couple squad.
I'm just gonna ask. I'm gonna ask. Yeah, and Deja said she gonna ask him because she knows it. I know him too. So Deja said she just gonna ask him. So let's take it down, Brandon. So then the answer to that question is B. He likes his ass ate. He says that he's never been with a man, but his girlfriend eats his ass, and he loves that. And that he advertises it. He talks about it all the time on Twitter. He's publicized it on Twitter. Her in the act of doing it. So he's very, very.
They got porn on Twitter.
They have porn on Twitter. That is the new norm. And so that's what we're here for. We're here to educate people, right? They just say, oh my. I mean, but he's very, very vocal about it. He also has an OnlyFans page. He used to be a police officer.
If I'm eating ass and you tell somebody your ass ain't getting ate no more, tell no damn body that stuff. Stay in your bedroom. What happened in your bedroom? Stay in your damn bedroom. Do that. From their damn glass now because you got assy lips.
Anointed brown. So listen. He's very, very vocal about it. Like I said, he has an OnlyFans page.
Like no more ass eating for you, sir. No more.
He has an OnlyFans page. I mean, and this is what people are doing. This is how people are actually doing. This is the new normal. And notice I say he's very vocal about it, and he has videotaped his female actually doing it. And she's for that. New normal.
Where's her parents?
But why does that even matter?
It didn't. When I tell you, my son better never do no shit like that that's gonna get back to me. I don't want to see that. You're gonna have kids one day. You don't know what you're gonna do later on in life. And once you put that stuff out in the atmosphere, it don't go away. It is somewhere.
It always stays there. I totally agree. Deja says keep some stuff private, damn it.
Private, yes. Yes, Deja. Yeah.
So we have another picture. Let's post the next picture.
Oh, damn.
Is he A, into pegging, B, gay for pay, or C, he's straight?
Oh. Well, first of all, where y'all find all these dudes that's just naked?
MiMi, just answer the question. That's that. You know what? That's how they post their stuff.
Yeah. Well, for me, A and B is it's gonna go hand in hand.
They just say gay for pay.
That's what I was gonna say. A and B is it go, yeah. Cause I don't care what you say, back, and that's some gay shit.
A. Latanya said A.
I say A and B.
Anybody else? Pastor. Oh, Pastor Betty Spencer says, may I ask, what do you mean that this is new normal? Normal what? Pastor Betty Spencer. All right.
Yes, that's right.
Do you know Pastor Betty Spencer?
Oh yeah, very good friend of mine.
Okay, okay. So we're
She
gonna come back to
she like
Pastor.
to say she like the same version of me.
Oh, okay. All right. So good. This is a good conversation. So let's take the
Mhm.
picture down. So everyone is saying that he is A into pegging. Um, the correct answer is he is gay for pay.
So that means he gave without pay.
Ah,
No,
he's
it is. No, that yeah.
uh,
If you are screwing men for money, you will screw men without money.
okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. So let's go back to
Because it's here top or bottom.
oh see, I don't know.
You see, that's the thing. Because for me, if you're a top, that
No,
means you're a
so he's been a bottom before. He's bottomed and topped. I just got
top.
word.
He is gay. And Jessica, he's not, yeah.
And he let his girlfriend peg him on Twitter.
What's wrong with her? I want to know you know what, none of this ain't normal. I'm not, we trying to make stuff normal. This is not normal.
But how do we know that some of this stuff has not been going on?
No,
Um,
sir.
so let's go back to Pastor Betty Spencer. How are you doing, Pastor? So first of all, she asked the question, may I ask, what do you mean that this is the new normal? Normal what? So what we're saying, this is the new normal. We're saying this is what's normal now. This has become more acceptable to society. More people are accepting it. More people
Is
are
it
being
more
open enough
acceptable?
to
Is
talk
it
about it.
being forced?
I don't necessarily think it's being forced. I think that people are just being more comfortable in their skin and they're being able to come out and they're being able to talk about it and they're being able to live in their truths. So what we can say is that pegging just didn't get formed. They just didn't start just shoving stuff up in people's behinds just yesterday. That's been around for a long
What
time.
I'm trying to tell you is if a man is asking to be pegged, he's not straight. No, sir. That is my opinion.
That
And that
is
is not normal.
that
No.
okay. So Latanya says there's a difference between normal and acceptable. I totally agree. But what we're saying is that it has become more normalized now that people are now talking about it freely. People are being open. And so I think acceptable is just like saying, okay, we'll accept that you do this or whatever. But then you have more people that are saying, oh, yeah, I do it too. I've been doing it. So is it normal or is it acceptable?
Why is it that we just can't keep what go on in your damn bedroom or your house to yourself? Why we got to talk about it with everybody? Why do it
Well,
need to be mainstream? And this is, and I'm just gonna say, and I am very, I am not conservative at all. I'm not. But I will say, over the last, I say 10 years, it seems like the gay propaganda has been forced on
hey,
us. It does.
over the
It's at
past 10
cartoons
years,
now. They doing it in sex ed in schools now. It's like you don't have a choice. You can't say I want to talk to my kids about this or I don't want to talk to my kids about this. It's like it is being forced on you. All this freaky stuff is being for, and I'm not gonna say the gay is being freaky. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying all this the pegging and the swinging and wife swapping and husband swapping and threesomes. It's a bit much for me.
so, but then this is my question to you. So you're
Yeah.
saying that all this is being forced within the last 10 years, but I remember
For
going in.
me, it's been more so. I'm not saying that it hasn't been around, but more so.
So
It's
you
like
don't think that being,
every every gay, and it's one of them things that nobody, it's like the LGBTQ community is like the mafia. You better not say nothing against them because all your shit is gonna be shut down. Just look at the Chick-fil-A, the owner of Chick-fil-A, when he spoke out and everybody knows it's a religious business. And he came out against, homosexuals, and child, they was ready to boycott, and like, I'm just like, everybody, and this is my thing. Everybody has the right to do or think or live how they want to live, but don't force it on everybody else. And that's how it feels a lot of times. It feels like stuff is being forced on folks.
I think that I look at it totally different. I think that being heterosexual is forced on a lot of people. And the reason why I say that is I don't think that we were allowed to choose who we wanted to be growing up. You were taught that a man should act this way, a woman should act this way. If you did not act this way or this way, then you were a sissy. And a sissy was considered to be an outcast, or a faggot or a punk. They were considered to be outcasts. So being heterosexual was forced up on a person. Either you had to be here or you had to be here. You couldn't be in the middle. You couldn't be bisexual because it was looked down upon. You couldn't look as being gay because it was down on. And then what happened was when the AIDS epidemic came along, then the same heterosexuals that were telling everybody, see, I told you, you can't be gay because this is now the plague from God. Now you're going to hell. You're going to burn. You're going to die. You're going to do this. But then it goes.
That was just stupid, and stupid been around since the beginning. No, I'm just saying. This is my opinion. Stupid been around since the beginning of time, and it's going to be around. You got people that's just dumb, but again, why is it that everybody just feel like they gotta push and just like you said, it's been pushed on the heterosexual agenda. It feels like the homosexual agenda has been pushed as well.
Well, now,
no, it's been a while.
Okay, so for the last 10 years out of centuries, now that we have a voice, so now we're saying, oh,
black people just got to do some regular shit in the last. we just got past being able to be black, and we still ain't there where we could just be black out of public without being killed. So it's a whole lot of stuff that's going on. It's a lot.
I think that for people to feel like that the homosexuals or the LGBTQI community has forced ourselves upon a community or the world to accept us who we are, I don't think it's anything wrong with that.
That's not what I was saying. What I was saying was the certain folks that are in, like you had Rosie O'Donnell was one. It's like everything. It's just like she just wasn't no longer a woman. That was why it was like everything about her it was like she was pushing this, being a lesbian. I understand you wanting to fight for equality and all of that type of stuff, but it's like when you are just me being a black woman, I'm not just black and I'm not just a woman. You understand what I'm saying or no?
I heard that. I'm waiting on you to finish. You're not just a black.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm not pushing. I'm not out, just like pushing, just everything, every struggle, everything that I go through on everybody else. It's not, honestly, everybody's not going to understand everything that I go through. And just with everybody else, everybody's not going to understand what you go through. And it's okay. But what I feel like is that a lot of folks try to make you think that this is your normal. That's your normal. That ain't my normal.
Okay, and I mean I can
but I think everybody can coexist. You do you, I'm gonna do me. But a lot of this stuff to me will never be normal.
So let's go back to what you said. You said that about like you having to have conversations now because they're introducing things into the school. They're bringing things into the school and they're talking about things in the school and not giving you an opportunity to discuss it as a parent at home before you discuss it. But then here comes the other issue. A lot of us was introduced to smoking, drinking, sex, and everything else at the school. That's where we go to learn. That's where we go.
That's one where I learned it.
You didn't learn. You didn't have friends that were smoking in school?
No, I really didn't. I didn't have a. Yeah, I wasn't. Yeah.
My first cigarette, I smoked it in school, and the
Mhm.
pastor's son gave it to me, but I didn't know that the pastor's son had been smoking this whole time, and he'd been
Right.
smoking since a freshman up until his senior year. And I rode home with him, and he pulled out a cigarette and said, "Don't you tell nobody." And here, take a puff. That was my first cigarette,
That's
And
what
then,
he was into. That wasn't normal. That wasn't what kids just do.
well, I mean, I think it kind of depends on what area you're in and how you're raised. I think that what we define as normal may not be normal, but I will say that a lot of times we as parents, we fail because we don't send our we don't have school at home before we send our students to the school. A lot of things we should discuss at home first before they even get to the school. And I stand by that. I
And
think
I
that,
understand what you're saying, but a lot of things I ain't ready to discuss.
and so
But
there
but that's the thing. That's as a parent. That should be my prerogative.
it should be. However,
Good.
because some of these kids are so educated now, because they are so educated now, and they get around these other kids, the first thing that they're gonna do is they're gonna try to tell the other kids what they didn't learn. And the finger popping back in elementary, they've been finger popping a long time.
What is that?
Where a girl get fingered. You didn't know what finger popping was?
We ain't call it that. We ain't call it finger popping.
What y'all call it?
Call it getting finger fucked.
Oh, y'all was rough.
I mean,
So
that's what it was.
I mean, so be honest with me. At what age did you learn about being fingered?
Unfortunately, I learned the hard way.
You learned the hard
I
way.
was abused. Hmm.
Okay, from abuse. I get that.
Yeah.
But then what
So, and what I'm saying was that was my normal, but that wasn't normal.
that was not normal. So
It
what
was not.
so let me rephrase the question. At what age did your girlfriends in school start talking about getting fingered?
We never talked about that.
Y'all never talked about that.
No.
Maybe that was a boy conversation. Maybe that was something that the boys did. Hide and go get it. People start doing that early. When we was playing the parachute
Mhm.
game, you run around with the parachute and gym, and then you bring it down, and the lights was off, and it got dark up under the thing, and people run over and grab you and do all kinds of. I mean, all those types of things was going on at the school.
Yeah, we didn't have no parachutes in gym. Yeah,
Oh.
it was a whole different. Yeah, it was a whole different. You know what? I think it just depends on because I think a lot of things are not normal. We because it's happened so frequently, we try to make it normal, but it's not normal.
And that
It's
could
not
be very well true. But then my thing is this: we have to prepare people for what has now become acceptable. We used to say, oh, you wait till you get married to have sex. Wait till you get married to have sex. Now, how many people really, really waited till they got married to have sex? It wasn't a lot of people that waited. It was a lot of people that lied and didn't tell people that they were having sex. What's up, Catrice? There were a lot of people that lied.
I wasn't told that.
Do you see what I'm saying though? Because it was normal for a
But it
female.
depends on. But that's the thing. That's where we really find out what is normal and what's abnormal. What is? It depends on the individual.
I think it
What's
depends on
normal? Because a
society.
lot of shit that's normal for you and like a lot of my now gay friends and transgender that's their no, it's not normal for me because I'm not. Now I try to understand and I try to be compassionate and be open as a friend, but in no way to me is that normal.
Is what normal?
A lot of stuff that goes on,
Like
a
what?
lot of things,
Like
because
what?
I don't want to offend.
No, no, no. It's no offending.
No.
I think that you're sparking on something that's really, really a good conversation. I think it's okay to be in your truth. And if it's not normal to you, but you're seeking an understanding, I think that shows that then um, Latanya says, then what is common? I think it's all about perception. I totally agree with you. I
I,
think
I,
it's about perception.
that's what I've been saying. What's normal to one is not normal to another. So I mean, the thing is, you have to live in your own truth, and you got to do what you feel is best for you in your life and your situation and your children, or whatever it is.
So
But what I'm about to say, I know it's so controversial. I know it is,
what is?
and I really have come to really care for um this the friend that we have in common that's transgender. But for me, growing up, and it's still, and I understand it's just, and I understand this is how folks identify as. But when you have and it's hard for me, and I know it's hard for a lot of folks, you know, and I understand that people identify as a woman or identify as a man, but when you still have the parts, it's hard for folks to say that you are what you identify as.
So then here comes my question. How do you know what's up under my clothing to dictate how I identify?
Because we've talked. I'm not, I can't speak for nobody else that I haven't really talked to. Okay.
So because so you're saying that because I haven't gone all the way through these surgeries that I need to have to become fully transgendered woman or female, I mean, and either transgender female or male. So then it's hard for you to take on this this identity that I have. That's what
It
you're
is
saying.
hard. It is. I'm trying.
So
I'm trying to learn, but it is hard. And
and I
that's where, and this is the thing, I can understand how the person feels, that feels like they are trapped in the wrong body. And I can also understand how, other people feel that, when a person uses the a bathroom assigned for a certain gender, that they are not technically. I know how they feel as well.
okay.
It's
So
really but I can see on both sides. But I'm just saying, for me, it is really hard to identify. It's like, because I try my best to be respectful, but it's sometimes it is hard.
so I think that for a lot of I can speak for some of my transgender friends that I know
Mhm.
personally. I know for those that are transgendered women that have transgendered from male to female, they have a hard time with people not accepting them for who they are. And
Yeah.
so for my female friends that identify as female, you will hear them often say, that part of me doesn't exist. It's still there, but I don't
Yeah.
use it. I don't operate with it. I don't identify with it. That doesn't define who I am. They hate it. They wish that they could get it taken away. They wish it was
Right.
gone, but it's a process. And so throughout that
I
process, they're
understand
going
that.
through counseling and they're learning themselves in a deeper form to where they're able to be able to articulate who they really, really are. It
Hmm.
takes a lot to be transgendered. And I applaud those people that are going through that
It,
because
it ain't no easy shit. I will say that.
it's not, I know that,
I wouldn't say I could do it. I
right.
can't.
Um, I look at my friends and I remember how she walked away from family in order just to be she. And it has been my responsibility. I feel like it has been my responsibility is to be a friend and to remain family for her to make sure that I step up and help her in any way that I possibly can. Have I always understood it? No. Do I always understand it? No. Do I always agree? No. But then my thing is, it's a learning opportunity for me. And not
Absolutely.
only is it just for me, but it's for those that I encounter so that I can help
Hmm.
somebody else to be able to better understand. Even with my children, we're very, very open about my friends that are transgender. And
Right.
so, and I think it's very important because we have to learn as people even though it may not seem normal to us, it may not
Hmm.
seem normal to the world, but it is our responsibility as human beings to respect those other people. It's our responsibility to be able to address people the way that they want to be addressed. It's our responsibility. I mean, and so I applaud you for saying that it's hard for you, but I also applaud you because I've witnessed the growth. I often talk about how this show has really, really changed you and in a way of perception of thinking, and it has opened up your heart to be more receptive. And I love that about you, even though we don't always agree and people don't see they see us fighting on here, but they really, really don't understand our relationship. So I applaud you for
Yeah.
that. Latanya
But I
says,
mean, and that's my thing. I don't ever want to, and I teach my boys that you don't mistreat someone for choices that they have made, or or the life that they're living. You base a relationship, a friendship, whatever, off of the person's character. Now, I will say this, and that's why I say I know it's really hard for those, especially transgender women in
mhm,
our community,
mhm,
especially if they want to date a man that's this color.
mhm,
Honey, that's a whole nother thing, because unfortunately, when you are honest, and I applaud them, because I wouldn't, like I said, I wouldn't be able to do it. She is brave beyond. She know who I'm talking about, because I
mhm.
talk to her all the time. She's brave. I really admire her, because I honestly, and I'm strong, but I don't think I could do it. But the sad thing is, even though she has a heart of gold, I think she's a beautiful individual, inside and out. And she's funny and all this stuff. But folks, a lot of folks, even when she be honest, they're not gonna be able to get past
Mhm.
the fact that she still has that memory, even though to her it does not exist.
Mhm.
And we know men are very visual. It's like, no, it's there. So that's what I'm saying. It's this whole it's to me, no, it's not normal.
So,
It's not. But I have to, like, I'm trying to evolve. I'm trying my heart.
you are. I applaud you. I mean, me being an openly gay reverend, an ordained
Mhm.
reverend in the church, has been very hard for a lot of people to accept, especially where I'm from. And
Mhm.
I still have struggles. I still have people that have issues with it. To be honest with you, I just found out that one of my aunts told my mama, and I'll probably get a phone call later, but I really don't care. I really don't even want to discuss it. She made a comment to my mother, oh, now that Lamont is getting a divorce from Jacoby, I can go visit him now. I can go to his house now. Girl, bye.
Don't come, don't come. No, stay
And
alone.
so,
Yeah.
so that's my response now. If that stopped you from coming to visit me, is because I was married, what the church said that I was supposed to do, to a man, and I'm still living a rightful life. We ain't selling no dope. We ain't doing nothing like that.
Mhm.
The only fault that you find in me is that I'm sleeping with my husband, and you're going to tell me that you can't come see me. Okay, so listen to me. Don't ever come see me. You don't have to come to my house. You're not welcomed in my house, because we
Right.
don't teach that kind of God in my house. That's not the God that I serve. So
Yeah.
not welcomed in my house. I still love you. I can still
Yeah.
come with you like I've been doing. But for you to to say that's more than hurtful,
Yeah.
especially when you're morbidly obese.
Yeah.
So now you said that one of my issue is worse than yours. No, baby.
It's just
Especially
different. Yeah. It's just different.
especially when shut up, Lamar. So I could go on and on and on.
I get it. I
But
totally get it.
it's things like that really, really that bother me, because it's still the ignorance of the church that we were brought up in. The traditional learning of that's that heterosexual stuff. And oh, you have to be this way, you have to live this way, you have to do this way, you have to do this way, and so you can't do that.
But
You
that's what we've had these conversations, and this is where I have. had issues with church folk because for me, it's like, let me come to God on my own. Church folk can be so controlling. They want you to, you need to be living for God right now. It's like, no, your ass been having out in these streets hoeing and drinking and smoking and having and partying for 30 years. Now you about to, you playing, you on into the third, fourth quarter. Now you getting your life right. Don't be trying to get me in the first. Let me get out here and experience life and see what it is that God is, what a relationship is for me.
Right, right.
And
But
that's what
then,
I said. And that's been my whole thing with. I don't like the whole. I don't like control, and that's why, even though I have my own thoughts and my own views, I
mhm.
don't try to push my stuff on up. My
You know
stuff on
what?
others.
I stopped. I stopped a long time ago. That's not who I am. You accept me for who I am. I lived a lie for years. I went through an abusive marriage for
I
years.
did. I
Just
know.
because I wanted to please the people in the church. And there are a lot of church people that I'm free tonight. I'm gonna let you know that you don't have to stay where the church says you have to stay to see God. You can walk away from those situations that you're bound in because the church told you to stay in and be free to live your life in your truth and honor God and worship and do your own thing with God and be free. Be free. Don't let the church keep you bound. Please don't. I was a victim of that, and I'm so glad that God delivered me from church folks. I'm so glad that God delivered me from that way of thinking. I'm
Mhm.
so glad that God delivered me from the way of caring what other church people had to say about me. It's not even about that anymore. We have to evolve from that mess.
I'll
It's
tell you what we need to make normal.
what we need to make
Listen
known.
good. Marriage need to come with a renewable license. Like every 5 years, you should be able to renew that bitch like a driver's license. Opt in or opt out.
Oh, is that what you think?
I
I
think
feel-
so. That should be normal.
But then wouldn't that cause people to have to stay for 5 years?
Well, sure, a lot of folks staying for, but do it for every two. And be
Oh, so
like, yeah,
let's
this
get
ain't
Charmaine
working
on
out.
here.
Man.
Let's get
I'm not
Charmaine
gonna
on here.
renew my contract. Yeah.
Let's get Charmaine on here. So last week, Charmaine, I hope that she's on here. I hope she's still listening to us. I know that Charmaine brought up some things that she was just like, it's normal nowadays for women to do this. It's normal for women to do this, which is it's kind of brought this conversation up. So hopefully Charmaine will get on here. But I did want to go back to something while we're waiting on her. LaTanya said something that was very, very key. She says, because shooting in certain neighborhoods is normal, but it's not. Some
That
people,
ain't that ain't never normal.
but some people that grew up in neighborhoods that there's a lot of shooting in, they would say,
Yeah.
"Oh, that's normal. Let that go."
Yeah,
That's
that's not normal. That means that is a dysfunction that we need to rewire. That's
but
not normal. No,
that's
no,
just
no.
people that got roaches. Some people that got roaches that have just accepted the fact that I'm gonna always have them.
Well, see, that's the thing. That is acceptance. That is not normal. It's not normal for you to live in filth. It's not.
But there are some people that think that that's just normal. Just that these roaches is gonna walk on
And
the wall.
some people don't know any better. That I will say too.
Some people don't know any better.
You
Uh,
know.
Kim Jinx says, I hear sirens every damn hour. It's normal.
No, it ain't normal. That ain't normal, Kim.
Oh,
And I
Catrice.
tell you, I don't hear nothing outside my windows except crickets and cicadas.
And you scared of them.
Oh,
Good.
honey, I survey the land before I go outside. I stand at that door and look around.
Where
I
is
don't even walking where they dead. I
and
just
Kim live in the Navy Yard. She says she hears sirens all the time.
yeah, no, that's not.
So where is Charmaine? So last
I'm,
week we
I'm texting Charmaine right now.
here she
You
goes.
ain't have to text me, cousin. I'm here, boo.
Hi,
Hey, Montee.
What's up, Charmaine? So listen, I
Y'all, man, cousin,
Well,
you can take that old shit somewhere else for real.
like I
You need to
said,
come to, you
I
need to
have
come to
admitted
the 20th century.
I
The
am trying
millennium,
to.
cousin.
I'm trying to come around. I'm trying to
I
change
need
my way of
you.
thinking.
And I
I'm
know
working
that we
on
have
it.
had this conversation because Montee know that I was anti-gay with my son. I was like, this shit ain't right. This ain't real. This can't be happening to me. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
And you
But
know the funny thing, I was the one that was like, no,
yeah,
it's okay.
you hear you say this stuff, you're like, what the fuck are you talking about, guy?
But that's because he's my baby.
Okay. Yeah, I mean,
I
and
know. I guess what was for me with you, I didn't understand. I said, as many gays as we around and love to be around the kids.
that's true, and I do. But it was hard for me because this was my son. And
Yeah.
I mean, I saw it when he was a baby. Like I saw him, and I was like, that boy gonna be gay. And I kept saying that to you. And I was like, that boy gonna be gay. And he was like, no, he's not. Cause I was like, oh no,
It.
that baby switching. He in a pamper. Something is definitely different about him. My part wasn't so much of him being gay because I can't tell him who to love and who to lay down with when it's his time to do so. My problem or what I was having a struggle with is how he identifies. Because I felt like you were assigned a boy. You're gonna always be a boy, no matter what you do. This is how you were assigned. But I can't say that. I say he feels like he's a girl. Okay, so now what I say, what's up, sis? Hey, I'm going to allow you to be who you are.
Yeah. Well, he is a girl. And like you can't.
but he identifies as a girl, right?
He identifies as a girl.
And when you put his makeup on, he look like me.
Huh?
I said, when you put his makeup on, he look like me.
Yeah, he does. He does.
Okay.
It's a struggle, but we're here.
So I'm really, really proud of you, Charmaine, because I remember the conversations that you and I had, and you were struggling.
But you know what I think it was more so?
What was
and
it?
I hear what you're saying now, but as a mom, especially of a boy, you already, when you're a mom of a black boy, you already scared, you petrified because the whole world, it seems like it's against black men. And then when you gonna add gay onto it, and not in this situation, then you put you know, now you identify as a woman. It's like you just checking all the damn boxes. You just and as a mom, that's scary. That somebody just want to take your baby out, just not for anything that they have done, just for who they feel that they are.
And
I mean, that is the scary part.
how old is he, Charmaine?
He is 16
I'm
and
sorry.
fabulous.
She's how old?
She's 16 and fabulous.
16 and fabulous. I mean, I think I applaud you as a parent that can have a teenager in the house that now identifies as a female that was born a male, but now identifies as a female, and a mother that accepts it. Not only just their mother, but it seems to me as the whole family has gathered around to nourish the female into the woman that she can become. I think that's amazing. I really, really, really do. I really, really do.
She drives Charmaine crazy, but that's why. Because me, my aunt, and her have been so supportive of him. Child, that thing is just like, yes, I am here. I am woman. Hear me roar. You know.
I love it. I do.
Like, you better not tell her that she is not. No, her.
I love it. So Charmaine, last week, and Linda says protect her. I love that, Linda. Thank you. It is very, very important that we as a community protect her. But then it's also important that those that are closer to her protect her. I don't know why it's like this, but the transgender Black female seems to be an object of sacrifice for other females. And so there are a lot of transgender women that lose their lives, especially Black transgender women lose their lives because people are not protecting them and they are not giving them the knowledge that they need to know. and that these women are out there looking for acceptance because their families have walked away, that they're willing just to accept anything. And so it's up to us as a community to really, really speak out to these people and help people. I mean, it's really, really important. Charmaine, I applaud you for, being able to grab hope. Because at one point you was just like, I ain't gonna do it. No, I ain't gonna never accept it. No, I ain't. But then now you just like, yes, that's my daughter.
That's my daughter.
Yes, that's my daughter. Look at her. So I love that piece now that you've grown to that part. And I'm thankful that you allowed me into your space to be able to help you. Linda says that her
absolutely. I thank you for that, because I was confused. I was battling money. It was a time that I just didn't understand, and I couldn't understand like why. Okay, be gay. Okay, that's fine. But why do you want to be a female? Like, that's not what you were assigned. But hey, that's who I can't tell you how he feels, or how he say he feels like he's a girl.
Okay.
Be that.
But you know what? This has been my argument as well. And that's why I go back and forth with a lot of things, because I'm always thinking. But I've heard a lot of church folk say, well, God ain't making no mistakes. That's what it's supposed to be. That's supposed to be. But you got people that are born, severely retarded. You got people that are born with both sexes, with both organs. You got people that, have Down syndrome. So everybody don't come here. For real. So do you say, well, you can't love them because they not? I was like, was this a mistake? I mean, that's what it's for me. It gets kind of gray right there. When folks, and this with religion, and already know I got an issue with a lot of that, but that's another show. But because it feels like folks try to push their own ideals onto everyone else, and they use certain parts of the Bible to, to serve their own ideals and their own agendas.
I totally agree.
So who says what's perfect? Who says, what's a mistake or what's not? Maybe that's how God made them. Well, I'd have gave you this, but you supposed to be that. I mean, who knows? Who's to say?
Who's to say? I want to talk to Charmaine. Charmaine got her music in the background. I guess she with the mood or something.
How you feel?
So last week we have a few minutes left in the show, and then we're gonna let Charmaine go.
I didn't.
Charmaine can stay with us till 9:30. She ain't know that.
That's what I'm saying. We got a few minutes left in the show. So listen, last week on the show, Charmaine popped up and she's like, "This is normal, MiMi. What you not doing? This is normal." And so we were talking about pegging. We were talking about the woman performing anal sex on a man. We were talking about the woman eating a man's ass. We talked about all that. And Charmaine was like, that's normal stuff nowadays, MiMi. And she was trying to convince MiMi last week, why?
I'm not evolved yet.
So for some reason, guys, the mic has turned down. I can't hear you guys.
You can't hear us?
You
can't hear us at all? You turn
No, I'm gonna come out. I'm gonna go out and come right back in.
Okay. Look, she told us she can't hear us. That man over there, that's why she can't hear us, MiMi. Yeah. In the room. So listen, Linda, I read what Linda said. Linda said that her cousin lost his son who was transgender. I'm sorry to hear that. And the thing about it, Linda, is we have to make sure that we educate people. We're praying for your family. Can you hear us now, Charmaine?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's get
so last week you came on the show and you were telling me, what was normal now. The pegging, the eating a man's ass and playing in the man's booty and all this and this and that. That's normal now. And so MiMi was saying that was not normal. And so why do you feel like that's normal now, Charmaine?
I mean, because I feel like if this is what you like, if this is what you're into and you like it, then why not? Why not? Why not introduce it? And why it can't be normal? Like, what's abnormal about it?
That's not normal.
What's wrong with it?
If you with me, now if you want stuff up in your ass, go be with people like stuff up in your ass.
I can't with this lady. This lady is crazy.
But you can't. No, to me, you're not a straight man if you like stuff stuck up in your ass. Sorry.
But why can't you be straight?
I don't think you can. I'm not that evolved. I'm working on it, but no. Honestly, I don't even think I'll ever come around to that. Like if my dude said, I want you to stick something on my ass. No, wait a turn the lights on. You know, clap on. No, we're not doing that.
What is your friend saying, Charmaine?
Huh?
Oh, I thought they were chiming in. Your friend was chiming in.
So she said we can't bend all the rules. She said you can't bend all the rules. Gay is gay, straight is straight.
That's what your friend said?
Yeah.
You can't bend all the rules. Gay is great.
Gay is gay and straight is straight. That's what she's saying.
Oh, okay. Okay. So what is gay? What defines gay? What makes gay?
What defines gay?
Whatever they call themselves, right?
That's right,
She said, huh?
Sarita just said I'll be looking at him sideways after that. Yeah, because you like, okay,
Why?
so what you
So
want?
if your dude said, Sarita, so if your dude said to you, say, baby, listen, I want to try something different. You know?
No, nigga, no. Hell no.
Different. So today I want you to just kind of tickle my ass a little bit. Just tickle with your fingers a little bit.
I be like, so we need to talk, sir.
So if he say he wants you to lick it, then what you say?
I'm not picking up. No.
I'm asking, cousin. I'm just trying to figure out what's normal for you.
Look.
Sarita say, "Nah, baby."
I already told y'all that it got that. I don't care how much you wash it, got the little butt smell. No, I'm not doing that.
How you know it's got a butt smell if you ain't ever been to me?
Look, I already know. I don't wash my kids' ass. They got a little butt smell.
That heat smell. Hot butt.
Y'all keep trying to make this shit ain't normal. Well, it's not normal for me. I'm not, no.
So Charmaine.
Your book,
I'm here.
So Catrice says, Charmaine, you would lick booty?
So would I have
you gonna lick it or not?
Yes.
You know what? You ain't I ain't never drinking up behind you, not never.
I didn't say I have. Am I willing to? Would I? Yes.
So you ain't done it.
You put his whole penis in your mouth. So what's the difference?
It's a big difference.
His penis has been in a whole lot of places. So what's the difference?
Yeah, but it's washed off. I'm gonna
wash you up.
That little butthole is fucking. You can't get all up in there.
Yes,
not to my satisfaction. No, ma'am. Yeah.
It's skin.
Yeah, but it's skin that got a whole lot of other bacteria and stuff. Oozing out. No. Look, we don't. Look, I'm not doing it. You can't. We can move on to the next time.
I'm got all kinds of bacteria and stuff in
so
it.
Does your purse. I said, and so does your purse.
I don't eat purses.
But you would like somebody.
But I'm not a lesbian. That's why I'm not a lesbian, because these lips will not touch those lips.
But you let somebody else eat your purse.
Well, mine, I know what mine. I know how I care for mine.
It's still the same thing.
It's not the same thing.
It is, because
that's
to
like
me,
one of my lesbian friends was complaining to me. We was at lunch, and she was talking about a girl that she had been started. Hold up, that she started dating, and she was down there, give her a little special attention, as Bernie would say. And she said she stopped at me and said, "Oh my God, I know you wiping from back to front and not from front to back." Right there. Oh, that's disgusting.
Now and lick a purse. I'm not gonna do that. That's a lot to me.
But wait,
First of all,
she said, "I know you're lit."
She could taste the fact that the girl that she had that little butt bacteria up in her cooch.
Mimi.
Uh-huh.
Mimi is crazy.
See, this the thing. The way you feel about persons, that's how I feel.
I don't have a
That's
problem
why
with
I like gay men, because all of us be at the table talking about, they're like, ew, I be ill with her. So
I mean, I've had plenty of it. I mean, so that don't bother me. But my thing is, how do you stop midway of doing this purse and you look at
I guess it wasn't all the way right.
but you look up at her and tell her, "I can tell that
That's
you."
what she said. That she said. I wasn't there, so I can't verify.
Now,
I'm telling you that's what she said.
did she go back
Let's
down?
not even this
You
conversation.
said what?
Did she go back down?
I didn't ask. We just was just like, both of us was disgusted. So we started talking about something else.
Catrice says, no, that's not true. If you keep your pH balance up, our coochies are the cleanest part on our body.
A woman discharge every day. And I'm not saying it's not clean because I'm a woman. I clean every day. I wash every day, 3, 4, 5 times a day. But I discharge. I sweat. I come on my cycle. If I was a man, I wouldn't eat my pussy. I'm sorry. I just wouldn't do it.
Well, if I was a man, I'll eat mine.
So me saying I would lick ass, he don't do all that I do every day. This is an everyday cycle for a woman.
Yeah, no.
If a woman tells me she ain't discharging, she's fucking lying.
Yep. Well, I'm not eating no ass.
So
and most of the time, right before you have sex, you go wash your ass. So it's fresh. It's just like
I don't want a man's tongue in my coochie because the mouth is nasty. Oh, Trees?
Oh.
So you don't want nobody to play in your Catrice. Wait a minute. Oh, and Kim said, "Who in the hell waits from back to
but the girl, obviously the girl that was there that day. I don't know.
I tell y'all, this is
This is why I'm vanilla. I don't have all these issues.
You have what, cousin?
It's why
But wait, Catrice,
get the book.
this is contradictory for me. She says she don't want a man's tongue in her coochie because the mouth is nasty. But what about his dangling?
Montee, make it make sense.
Because sometimes you gotta get your bills paid. Sometimes you gotta get a subsidy for the month. You gotta do stuff that you don't want to do.
But it's not bacteria. Discharge is normal, but it's not germy unless you aren't clean. Okay, but Catrice, go back to this part. You don't want no tongue in
This whole conversation that went all the way to the left.
You don't want no tongue in
That's why your body secretes because it's a bacteria that's coming out of your body. That's nasty.
But you want to lick puckered buttholes.
I didn't say. I didn't say I did. I said I was
nasty.
It is nasty, cousin. To me,
what you talking about? You want
your partner? You washing him? He's in the shower. You're licking skin. That's like you sucking a dick.
You washing him? Y'all be doing that,
cousin? Doing what? What kind of questions do you ask me, cousin? What I guess?
Y'all be in the shower.
I fucking hate her.
Y'all be washing each other, cousin.
I'm gonna put my mouth on you. Absolutely, I will. Absolutely, I have.
Poor thing. He probably scrubbed the skin off that damn thing.
Yeah, because he gotta be clean. That's hard. And if I had some bleach to put on him, I put some bleach on him too.
Oh, okay. I need some more wine. I should have had some tequila with this damn conversation tonight.
I'm just saying.
What you going to push is ass.
Y'all have not convinced me.
So, Catrice,
no.
Men do dush.
Absolutely.
Yeah, y'all, see, that's the other thing. What you was telling me, the preparation, we was talking about anal sex. That whole prep. Wait, that's too much. That's too much work.
You never had anal sex, cousin?
for something that's painful. I did and I didn't like it.
She didn't prep first. She didn't
You
watch. She
didn't-
didn't prep me first. She just let him just push it in there.
So what did you not like about it?
What you mean? It felt like, first of all,
No, it didn't, cousin. It didn't feel like there was one wrong.
when you are having a movement, you feel good because the stuff is exiting your body. You don't want nothing being pushed up in there.
Then you should have dushed first.
I'm not doing that. That's dumb. I got one hole that's working perfectly fine. I'm gonna
Cousin,
use
Let me tell you. Let me tell you.
what?
Anal sex is the best sex. Like,
Girl, you go ahead because it's already been questionable because we already been thinking that you was a boy. When you, I know, but I'm just saying because only people that really enjoy anal sex have a prostate.
that don't make sense.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Not
No,
the truth. I enjoy it. I don't have a problem.
it don't feel good.
It does. And your butt is wet.
I'm
Just
saying
like
what
the
you
truth.
want to do. I'm not doing it.
I enjoy it. Thank you.
Well, go ahead.
I'm going to, cousin.
No time for you. I'm not doing that shit.
Charmaine, do you prep before you do anal sex?
Absolutely.
Ain't nobody doing all that. You got to stick something up your ass so somebody else will stick
You
something
stick
up
a
your
hand in your ass when you need the shit when you constipated, don't you?
I don't get constipated because I eat grains.
I do, Montee. I prep.
I love it. I absolutely love it. That you,
Why you looking at me like that, cousin? I'm just telling the truth. This is
I look at you like this when we talk about this in private. I'm consistent. I think it's nasty in private. I think it's nasty on here.
what's
Ooh,
nasty
I
about it?
don't like it. I just said I don't like it. Huh?
Brian said his auntie said it made her eyebrows burn whenever she tried to have anal sex.
I know that. Yeah. It ain't, no. I'm supposed to go up there.
Maybe. So if you with this dude
Are you watching this?
for years and he tells you, Mimi, let me try it, you wouldn't try it?
And no.
Because you've already tried it and you've had a bad experience. So why are you cutting him off?
No, it wasn't a bad. I don't like it. I just know what I like and what I don't. I don't like that. That wasn't no. Oh, I was like, stop.
Well, how many
You
times
gotta
have you
get
done
all
it?
this
Once?
extra stuff. First of all, you got to get something to help to lube up for entrance. That's not for me. Mm-mm.
Try it again.
I'm not gonna try it. Look, no, I'm not
You might
doing
like it. Second time the charm.
You take it for the team. I'm not doing it.
Charmaine take it all the time. She a pro. She know how to prep and everything.
You got to prep.
I'm not doing it.
Okay, cousin.
No.
So Charmaine, does your dude just say, let me hit it, or do you just automatically prep for it?
So, honestly, I have not done it in a while, and who I'm with now, oh my God, I don't think I can.
Because that's a little man. That's a small man's activity.
Now, would I try it again? Absolutely.
Nasty.
But he got to take his time.
Yo, but go ahead. You gonna be walking. You ain't gonna be able to fart because something gonna come out of there.
I hate Malaysia.
All right. So listen, thank y'all for a wonderful night. Charmaine, thank you for tuning in. What are your final thoughts for tonight, Charmaine?
I need Mimi to change her thought process.
He said your final thoughts, not on me.
These are my final thoughts. Cousin, I would like for you to change your thought process. We are in 20th century. Like, come on. You have to change the way you think.
I already have, but I'm not doing
it. 60s and 50s and 1800s no longer, cousin.
God bless the gays, but I'm not having no anal sex.
Catrice says, all you do is put your face down, ass up, and tell him, here you go.
That's it. Right there. That part.
Mm-hmm. Anal sex is for marriage, and I'm probably not getting married again.
You didn't even do it while you was married.
You don't know what I did.
You did it once, cousin. We talked.
I didn't like it.
Because you didn't try it again.
What's your final thought, Mimi?
I'm not having anal sex ever in life. No. But what I will say is even though I might not think certain things are normal to that it is relegated to the individual, you know. Let your free flag fly, do what you do, live in your truth. Even though your truth might have consequences, walk in and be bold in whatever you choose to do. It's not for it's not for everybody, but everything ain't for everybody. Period. But just live where you live, do what you do, and be okay with it. That's my final thought.
So my final thought is that you have to live in your truth. I agree with Mimi. I agree with Charmaine. I think that sometimes we have to step out of our comfort zones and try something new. I applaud women that are living in their truth and doing what they want to do. I applaud you. I say continue to be you, continue to be free, and you know that I'm always going to stand up for the LGBTQI
Oh
community.
yeah, I'm
Keep
gonna stand
doing
up for them too. But can we talk? Can we talk about this LGBT people? We y'all keep adding all these damn letters.
it. Maybe
Now we was we was having a talk on Saturday, so it was like lesbian. Hold up, LG, lesbian, gay.
The gay, queer.
Yeah, but gay and queer is the same thing. But queer is not no good word. It's kind of derogatory. It's like
we
you are
gonna,
queer.
listen. We're
That
gonna talk
sounds like
about
you're
it.
weird.
That's on the show to come up. We gonna define it. We gonna.
Okay, yeah. Cause that's two different. That's the same thing. This gay just that's a whole spectrum.
You know what?
But
Let's get
why
a
the
panel
ladies
together.
got to be why they can't just be gay? Why they gotta be lesbian? But okay, we I guess that's
Let's try to get a panel together and have everybody come on and define what makes them that. All
okay,
right.
yeah, do that. Cause I'm gonna be taking those. Like I said, I am a work in progress, everyone. I have come a long way. I'm not
Slowly.
going yeah, but I'm not going that way. That the anal, what they legendary, yeah, not doing it. Nah.
Y'all
But
have a good
other
night. We
stuff,
love you.
yeah.
Follow us because Mimi gonna keep talking. Follow us on Facebook, Montee and Mimi. Follow us on Instagram, In the Chair with Montee and Mimi, and then In the Chair with Montee and Mimi on YouTube. We love you. Have a wonderful night. We
We
love you.
do love you. Thank you.
Just keep
Good night, y'all.
Keep watching. We'll see you
listen,
next Monday at 8 o'clock
month,
for the
next
fuckery and the shenanigans, because that's what this is.
good night.
Good night.